Alabama is full of history, charm, and spooky stories. From old mansions to abandoned hospitals, there are many places in this southern state that people believe are haunted. If you enjoy ghost stories and creepy adventures, here are some of the most haunted places in Alabama. Number 1. Sloss Furnaces in Birmingham, Alabama is one of the most haunted places in the state. It was once a booming iron-producing factory in the late 1800s and early 1900s. But behind its success, there is a dark and tragic past. Many workers died there in accidents, and some say their spirits still linger. The most famous ghost story at Sloss Furnaces is about a cruel boss named James Slag Wormwood. He was a foreman in the early 1900s who pushed his workers too hard. He made them work in dangerous heat and unsafe conditions. Over 40 workers died under his watch. Some say Slag didn't care about their safety, he only cared about meeting production goals. One night, Slag mysteriously fell into a blast furnace and died. Many believe it wasn't an accident. Some think the workers had enough of his abuse and pushed him in. Others say the spirits of those who died came back to take revenge. Since then, many strange things have happened at Sloss. Workers and visitors have reported hearing voices, footsteps, and loud banging sounds when no one else is around. Some have seen shadowy figures walking through the old buildings. Others have felt cold spots and sudden changes in temperature. Security guards have also shared creepy stories. One guard claimed he was pushed from behind while on patrol. Another said he saw a man in old-fashioned work clothes standing on a high platform, only to vanish moments later. The TV show Ghost Adventures even visited Sloss Furnaces and captured eerie voices and unexplained noises. Today, Sloss Furnaces is a historic landmark and a popular spot for ghost tours. People come from all over to see if the haunted stories are true. Number 2. The Drish House in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, is a beautiful old mansion, but it's also known as one of the most haunted places in the state. Built in the 1830s, it has a long and mysterious past. Over the years, many people have shared ghost stories about this historic home. The most famous ghost story at the Drish House is about Sarah Drish. She was the wife of Dr. John Drish, who built the house. When Dr. Drish died, Sarah was heartbroken. She became obsessed with death and would often talk about her own funeral. She even saved the candles from her husband's service so they could be used at hers. But when Sarah finally passed away, people forgot about her request. The special candles were not used. Some say this made her spirit restless. Soon after, strange things started happening in the house. One of the scariest stories is about the tower room. People have seen a bright, glowing light coming from the top of the house, even when no one is inside. The fire department was once called, but they found nothing burning. A few have even claimed to see a ghostly figure of a woman standing by the staircase or looking out a window. Many believe this is the spirit of Sarah Drish, still waiting for peace. The house has gone through many changes, and now it's used for events. But no matter what it becomes, the ghost stories remain. The truth is, the Drish House, tragic past and stories of lost love, obsession, and forgotten wishes make it a place full of mystery. Many believe Sarah Drish's spirit still lingers, making the house truly haunted to this day. Number 3. Maple Hill Cemetery in Huntsville, Alabama, is the oldest and largest cemetery in the city. It was established in the early 1800s and holds over 80,000 graves. With such a long history, it's no surprise that many people believe this peaceful place is haunted. One of the most famous haunted spots in the cemetery is called the Dead Children's Playground. It's a small park with swings and slides right next to the cemetery. During the day, it looks like a regular playground. But at night, strange things happen. People have reported hearing the sound of children laughing and playing when no one is there. Swings move by themselves, even when the wind is still. Some visitors have even seen ghostly figures of children running around the playground. Many believe these spirits are the souls of children buried nearby, still wanting to play. Another creepy story involves strange lights in the cemetery. Some say they have seen glowing orbs floating between the graves. Others have seen shadowy figures walking quietly among the tombstones, then disappearing without a trace. Visitors have also talked about hearing whispers and soft crying, especially near older graves. A few have taken photos in the cemetery and later discovered ghostly shapes or faces in the pictures. One popular story tells of a woman dressed in black who walks through the cemetery late at night. She is believed to be a mourning mother searching for her lost child. No one knows who she is, but people say she has been seen many times over the years. Even though Maple Hill Cemetery is a place for honoring the dead, the strange and unexplained events make it one of the most haunted places in Alabama. Number 4. Fort Morgan, located in Gulf Shores, Alabama, is a historic military fort that dates back to the early 1800s. It was built to protect the coast and played a big role in several wars, including the Civil War. But behind its stone walls and old cannons, many believe Fort Morgan is haunted by the spirits of soldiers who never left. One of the most famous ghost stories at Fort Morgan is about a soldier who was buried alive during battle. People say his spirit still roams the fort looking for peace. Visitors have reported hearing cries for help and footsteps echoing through empty hallways. Some even say they've seen a shadowy figure walking along the walls before disappearing into the night. Another well-known ghost is believed to be the spirit of a woman. Legend says she was attacked and killed in the fort during the 19th century. Her ghost is often seen near the old tunnels. People have heard a woman's screams or whispers coming from the dark passageways, even when no one else is around. Soldiers who died during the Battle of Mobile Bay in 1864 are also thought to haunt the fort. Cannons once shook the ground, and many lives were lost. Some guests say they've heard distant cannon fire or marching boots late at night. Others have felt cold spots or sudden chills, even on warm days. Ghost hunters and visitors alike have captured strange photos with glowing orbs or ghostly shapes. Paranormal teams have used special equipment at the fort and recorded unexplained voices and sounds. Even though Fort Morgan is now a museum and historic site, its haunted reputation draws many curious visitors every year. The mix of real history and chilling ghost stories makes it a fascinating place to explore. Number 5. Sweetwater Mansion, located in Florence, Alabama, is a historic home built in 1835 by General John Bryan, a veteran of the War of 1812. The mansion was later completed by his son-in-law, Robert M. Patton, who became Alabama's governor after the Civil War. Over the years, Sweetwater Mansion has gained a reputation for being haunted with numerous reports of paranormal activity. One of the most well-known ghost stories involves a caretaker who claimed to have seen a casket in one of the downstairs rooms, containing the body of a Confederate soldier. It is believed that this was the body of Billy Patton, Governor Patton's son, who died during the Civil War. Legend says that his mother, Jane Patton, was so grief-stricken that she kept his body in the basement for a time, unable to part with him. Visitors have reported seeing her spirit, dressed in 19th century clothing, wandering the basement and hearing her cries in the night. Other paranormal occurrences include sightings of shadowy figures that vanish upon approach, especially on the second floor and along the main staircase. Some believe these apparitions are the spirits of former residents or soldiers who once occupied the mansion. There have also been reports of a room in the house that inexplicably locks women inside, and a secret room with no door, accessible only through a small interior window. These mysterious features add to the mansion's eerie atmosphere. The combination of its tragic past and numerous reports of unexplained phenomena have solidified Sweetwater Mansion's reputation as one of Alabama's most haunted locations. Number 7. The Redmont Hotel in Birmingham, Alabama, is a beautiful and historic building. It first opened in 1925 and has welcomed many guests over the years, including famous people like Elvis Presley. But while the hotel is known for its charm and history, it's also known for being haunted. One of the most talked about ghosts at the Redmont Hotel is the spirit of Clifford Stiles. He was a former owner of the hotel and is believed to have stayed behind even after his death. Guests and staff have reported seeing a ghostly man in a suit walking the halls, only to vanish when they try to get a closer look. Some say he's just checking to make sure everything is running well. Another well-known spirit is the ghost of a woman dressed in white. She's often seen on the upper floors of the hotel. No one knows exactly who she is, but people believe she may have died there many years ago. She usually appears quietly and disappears just as quickly. There are also reports of strange sounds and movements throughout the building. One of the elevators is also said to behave strangely. It sometimes stops at random floors without anyone pressing the buttons. People believe it could be a ghost trying to take a ride. Some say the spirit of Elvis Presley still lingers too. He once stayed at the Redmont Hotel, and a few guests believe they've heard the faint sound of his music playing when no radios are on. Even with all these ghost stories, the Redmont Hotel remains a popular place to stay. It mixes old-world charm with modern comfort, and just a little bit of spooky mystery. Number 8. The Jemison Center, also known as Old Bryce Hospital, is located in Northport, Alabama. Built in 1939, it served as a mental health facility for African American patients during a time of segregation. The center was part of Bryce Hospital, one of the largest psychiatric hospitals in the state. Unfortunately, the Jemison Center became known for its poor conditions and mistreatment of patients. Reports from the 1970s described the facility as overcrowded and unsanitary. Patients were often heavily medicated and lacked proper care. There were instances of patients sleeping on the floor due to insufficient bedding, and the building had only a few working showers for many residents. These harsh conditions led to a lawsuit, Wyatt v. Stickney, which brought attention to the inhumane treatment in mental health institutions across Alabama. After the center closed in 1977, the building was abandoned. Over time, stories of paranormal activity began to surface. Visitors have reported hearing unexplained footsteps, voices, and doors slamming shut on their own. Some have felt sudden cold spots or experienced the sensation of being touched when no one else was present. There are also accounts of a mysterious ghost car with bright blue headlights appearing and disappearing without a trace. One particularly eerie story involves a visitor who saw a faint blue figure standing in front of them, only for it to vanish moments later. Others have captured photographs showing unexplained shadows or orbs of light. These experiences have led many to believe that the spirits of former patients still linger in the abandoned halls of the Jemison Center. Today, the Jemison Center remains a site of intrigue for those interested in the paranormal. Number 9. Old Cahawba, located in Orrville, Alabama, was once the state's first capital and a thriving town. Today, it's a hauntingly beautiful archaeological park, known for its eerie atmosphere and numerous ghost stories. One of the most famous tales is that of the Pegasus ghost. In 1862, a young couple walking near Colonel C.C. Pegasus' home saw a glowing ball of light following them. The apparition, known as a will-o'-the-wisp, flickered in and out of sight, leading many to believe it was a spirit from the past. Visitors to Old Cahawba often report hearing unexplained footsteps, voices, and even the sound of a woman crying. Some have felt sudden cold spots or seen shadowy figures in the ruins of the old town. These experiences have led many to believe that the spirits of former residents still linger in the area. The town's history adds to its haunted reputation. After serving as the state capital, Cahawba became a Confederate prison during the Civil War. The prison, known as Castle Morgan, held Union soldiers, many of whom died from disease and poor conditions. Their restless spirits are said to haunt the grounds, adding to the area's eerie ambience. Today, Old Cahawba is a popular destination for those interested in history and the paranormal. The park offers guided tours, including the Haunted History Tour, where visitors can learn about the area's haunted past and perhaps experience some of its ghostly phenomena firsthand. Number 10. The Pickens County Courthouse in Carrollton, Alabama, is famous for a mysterious face that appears in one of its upper windows. This eerie image has led many to believe the courthouse is haunted. The story begins in 1876 when the second courthouse burned down under suspicious circumstances. Henry Wells, a freedman, was accused of arson and burglary. In January 1878, he was arrested in Fairfield, Alabama. While attempting to escape custody, Wells was shot and later died from his wounds. Before his death, he reportedly confessed to the crime, though some believe the confession was coerced. According to legend, as a storm approached, Wells was held in the courthouse garret. He looked out the window at an angry mob gathered below. Suddenly, lightning struck, and his face was etched into the glass. From that day on, his image remained visible in the window, despite numerous attempts to remove it. Skeptics argue that the story combines elements from different events. Historical records indicate that the windows were installed after Wells' death, making it unlikely that his face could have been imprinted by lightning. Regardless of its origins, the face in the window has become a symbol of the town's history. Visitors still come to see the image, and it serves as a reminder of the past. The truth is, whether the face is a supernatural imprint or a coincidence, it has captured the imagination of many. The Pickens County Courthouse remains a place where history and legend intertwine, making it one of Alabama's most intriguing haunted sites.